See? You want any more?
Oh, is that Bestica?
It is.
Hi, Bestica.
No.
See? It says no.
Fair enough.
You want any?
I'm in Canada, y'all.
What? What
Oh,
are you
what?
doing there?
Yep. I'm visiting Mike's parents, my boyfriend's parents, and his brother is here too.
Are you visiting like near Canada or far Canada? Because there's a lot of Canada, and some of it's very close to you.
Near Canada, very near
Nice.
Canada. The part of Canada that has a lot of people in it.
And
So
some
not
of
the
it
far
is
reaches,
Mikey's
not the Arctic
parents,
Circle.
brother.
You're doing international travel. I just got my passport application returned because apparently they didn't like the photo.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
that
no.
happens.
At
Were
least they
you
didn't,
smiling?
it's
Were
not
your
that
ears
I,
not
I
showing?
they didn't say exactly what the problem was, but I think the issue may have been it was zoomed in too far and the head was too big.
Yeah.
So, solvable problem, but
Eliza
problem.
got one of the things that happened when Eliza was trying to get her visa to come to the United States was that they rejected us because her passport photo, or the photo, they require two different sets of passport photos that have two different criteria. So in one of them there needs to be like an inch of white space between your ears and the sides of the picture and the top of your head and the top of the picture, and in the other set it needs to be like an inch and a half on one of those areas, and her passport pictures were all the same, so they needed to be taken again. Bureaucracy, yay.
At least they didn't, they didn't deposit the passport renewal fee. So, I'm not out the $130 extra for resending it. But
Did you go in person to like get it taken? Like, did
No.
they do it for you? Oh, you like submitted the stuff. I see.
yeah, they have a tool on their website that is, hey, here's a photo. We can crop it for you.
Oh,
But it has to guess, and apparently it guessed wrong on, where the
They also like
edges
don't allow
of my head
shadow,
were.
right? Like it can be a pain in the butt for other reasons too.
yeah. It's also like the top of your ears have to be showing. I think that's one thing.
in case you're like an elf.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Which, like,
recall
who
that
among
being
us would
a
be?
problem.
A member of the Sealy court.
Yeah. I don't recall that being one of the requirements, though they did say have to, take your glasses off. So did that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it was just the head was too large. That they want it to be 1 inch to like 1 3/8 of an inch from bottom of your chin to the top of your head, but they didn't actually tell me what the problem was. So
Just
I'm
get
guessing.
to guess. Oh, that's so annoying.
That is really crappy that they didn't tell you what the problem was so that you can't make sure it doesn't happen on the next set of photos.
Also, that's
I mean,
just
I
creating
don't
more
need it
work
like
for them.
immediately.
Because like they didn't process your money, right? So like they didn't all of the
Right.
it was free for them to review your information that you sent, but then they haven't given you enough information to take corrective action. So they're just going to continue to expensively do free work and free labor until you get it right, and then they process your payment.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy is famously generous like that, and a very giving set of organizations. Was very liberal with their time.
Eliza has been waiting for over 2 years now for her green card. She has another 3 or 4 months until she can ask them what's taking so long. So there's like a cutoff date for when she can file an inquiry to be like, hey, why is this taking so long? But that date doesn't come for another 3 months.
I kind of like that has to be like circled in your calendar, like the day I can ask questions of the bureaucracy. Like,
Yeah.
that's good.
That was the first, it took 36 months to get the first 3 steps processed or whatever. And it was the same thing. There's a date where after this date, you can go ask what's taking so long. But, you know, we got notice the day before that date came. So
They don't want an email, but they don't want to help you out. They're like, don't send us anything.
yep. Don't call us, we'll call you. Very that.
I forgot there was music playing that y'all couldn't hear, and I was dancing to the music. That happens to me when I'm wearing headphones all the time.
I miss Alex. I feel like if Alex was here, we'd be doing a group activity.
We can do roses and thorns
Yeah,
in her honor.
in Alex's honor.
She's not dead.
But she has a really cute baby.
Very cute.
Mhm.
He's so cute.
Hey, Sarah, what's your rose and thorn of the day?
I guess like of the week, my rose is that I finished Little Shop of Horrors at UH. Yay. And that's also the thorn.
Aw.
It's a bit bittersweet. Okay. Kaitlyn, what's your rose and thorn?
Oh no. Rose. I'll make them kind of also the same thing. I cried super hard. Oh no.
Great timing.
Oh no. Also I'll say, why not? I cried super hard in therapy today, but I feel like that's always like the best therapy sessions are the ones that you are like, just dying at the very end. And you're like, I actually need another 50 minutes, please. And like, I do have a theory that they keep it at 50 minutes because it takes exactly 50 minutes to have a breakthrough, like, or like 51 minutes, so that you have to keep coming back every week. And I think there's a giant therapy scam because I swear it's always in the last like 1 minute. I'm like, can we keep talking about this? And she's like, no, come back next week. But it was really good and like very scary because I do OCD therapy. So it's a lot of thinking about some dark thoughts for an hour. So it was good, also horrifying. Who wants to share? Who has exciting news or wants to vent?
Well, I think we've covered my thorn in some detail at this point.
What's your rose?
My rose, my grandmother is getting out of the hospital, well, sort of tomorrow. And so I no longer have to go over to her place and feed her cats every night.
Is she okay, I assume?
Yeah, so actually, like right at the end of April, she fell and broke her leg. So they had her in the hospital for a while, and then they moved her to a skilled nursing facility, and she's getting out of that tomorrow. They like put a rod or something in her thigh so that it won't break again.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron,
Yes,
do I sound okay?
you do sound okay. And in fact, Lauren, have you solved your internet woes?
For now.
Great. Excellent. Well, I will be on hand to step in as Gabrielle DuBrasil in case. Or Ruth can. That's probably best to be a Ruth decision.
I hope you don't have to, because I literally packed this hat in a suitcase to make sure I had it. Like,
Yeah.
saying.
Well, I hope I don't have to either, because I don't have a Gabrielle ready to go.
she's pretty easy, just like disgruntled
No, I mean,
sarcastic.
I write the character, Lauren, so I do understand the character to at least a decent amount. I've also directed the character for the last 2 years. So I feel like I get a little bit of her. Yes, Kaitlyn.
So if actually, so if Lauren's internet cuts out, can we all be Gabrielle DuBrasil, like in a simultaneous group speak sort of thing?
That's probably the best choice.
I like that the
It's a-
most.
It's a
I think that
Fuente
really-
Ovejuna situation where we're Fuente Ovejunaing the trial.
I think it highlights Gabrielle's connection to community that is both unwilling and cacophonous.
And our collective like complicity, right, in this crime.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's very metaphoric, I think, in the context of the script.
In fact, actually, why don't we just cut Lauren out? I think that's what we're going to.
That sounds wonderful. Tomorrow's my birthday, so thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'll see you guys
Everybody-
later.
I'm sorry.
Steven just cut me, so I'm gonna go.
No, well, but Stephen can't. Ruth is the director, so Ruth has to make this choice or not.
No, the only reason I chose to direct this was because Lauren was in it.
Well, there we go. There we go.
Just realized Lauren and I were making the exact same face for a second. That's scary. Also, why has no one told me that I'm this fucking pale? No one's informed me of this.
I suppose we thought you knew.
Rebecca, you have small teeth.
We were born like this. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, why would I tell you that? I have no room to judge paleness.
Right. I'm even pale than you.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat here.
Also, hey, Lauren, I don't know if you know this, but your hair's curly.
Oh my God.
Ben.
Okay.
So we don't have time for Rebecca to go down her list of grievances, but we're about to begin the show. Just so everyone knows, based on the way that I am set up today, I probably won't be reading anything. So if something terrible is happening, please reach out to either Stephen or Ruth to hopefully address the issue in some form or fashion. And with that, let's have a great show, everybody. Remember that I will be delivering a curtain speech before we get into the meat.
A what speech?
A curtain speech before we get into the meat.
A Kaitlyn.
Yes, indeed. So anyway, I'm going to start this now, and we will begin shortly. isn't that simply a lovely noise? Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for watching Space Train tonight as presented by Pronoia Theater. We know that you have, I dodged this corona there. We know that you have options with how to spend your time, which includes just sitting on a couch and staring at a wall, slowly experience the entropy of the universe. So we're glad that you have chosen to spend your time with Space Train tonight. Just so that everyone knows what the score is, tonight is our 24th episode of Space Train, which means we've been doing this for 2 years, which is monthly without fail for 2 years, which is very exciting. And I think it'd be great if you celebrated us doing this show for 2 years by donating either at pronoiatheater.com/store, where your donation technically comes in the form of like a shirt or something, but also at paypal.com/pronoiatheater or Venmo at Pronoia. Well, we're not planning on stopping here at the 24th episode / 2-year anniversary. We will be back with an episode next month, July 7th, called The Inevitable Disembarkment of Sheriff Booker Donovan Sean Martin Aldani. What could possibly be happening in that episode? I wonder. If you're interested in the general goings on of Pronoia Theater outside of the Space Train specific things, and you happen to live in New England, I suppose you can come. You can come and join us June, I believe it's June 8th and 9th at the Ocean State Improv Festival in Wakefield, Rhode Island. That's going to be a very exciting show. Like, if you are in New England, I would very much recommend coming out to that show because it's going to be a really fantastic one. There's a lot of surprises, and we're going to be filming a segment for our upcoming short film for Magical Lying Hour, which is going to premiere at the end of June. And that is going to be really quite excellent. We've got some wonderful performers from Houston in the form of Kalina Anderson. And we have some of our favorite people from abroad, Heather Urquhart and Annie O'Connor, also joining us on that film, in addition to all the stalwart faithfuls of Pronoia. But anyway, we don't need to talk about most of that right now. What we need to talk about is tonight's episode of Space Train. And it is a really thrilling one, and I hope you enjoy it. We are going to begin it right now.
Good morning, Milky Way. It's Lesson Brian.
And have we got a doozy for you today. In sports, the Proxima Centauri B suns collide with the Wolf 1061C Blitzers.
For weather, it's as perfect as can be with only 750 kilometer per second solar winds. Time to take the kids out.
Of course, the big news is the long-awaited trial of Gabrielle DuBrasil for sapiocide of that affable being lovingly called Tracey Prime.
A delight. A treasure, a true hero, that Prime. I hope DuBrasil gets what she deserves aboard the Space Train.
Okay. Dick.
I mean, they still have a Tracey. That's like rolling back a software update. Yeah, I say not guilty.
Tracey Prime was nicer than Tracey and friendlier as humaner. Yeah, DuBrasil is definitely guilty.
Gabrielle looks cute enough, but based on what I've seen, her attitude stinks. Still, you'll see.
Am I the only one watching this trial, folks? An embarrassment! The way the prosecutor tore into the defense in the opening arguments. I thought we'd quit with the public executions. I mean, let's roll the clip.
I won't insult the court by referring to this mangy whelp as an esteemed colleague. No offense.
None taken. I wouldn't know esteem if it...
Nor can I claim great pleasure in the unsportsmanly trouncing of Ms. DuBrasil and her pet, Slime Ball.
I'm still not offended.
Still not offended, no doubt about it. DuBrasil got stuck with the worst lawyer on the Space Train.
convening for day 2 of the DuBrasil trial. Day 2. It's Biz Central.
Is it ever? With all the fanfare and folderol, day 1 tends to be nice for newcomers to casual trial watching.
Day 2 really starts to set the tone.
Ooh, Amy, I hate to cut you off, but the accused is arriving as we speak. Let's go there now. Sheriff Aldani escorting the accused in the same standard uniform from yesterday. Professional? Plain? Pass.
You think she'd try to add some color? We join her in the middle of her statement now.
Citizen DuBrasil, you are to remain in the confines of the dock throughout the trial. You are only to exit the dock during recesses and then only when accompanied by myself, the bailiff, or another member of law enforcement. Any attempt to exit the dock under other circumstances will be seen as an attempted escape. You have the right to request.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice to know you're finally doing your job. How convenient.
Down with Sheriff Code. Ooh, a tomato to the face for Sheriff Aldani. This is her first tomato today and third for the trial overall.
Why are you throwing tomatoes?
Oh, and that is not going to do anything to help her outfit.
Dang it.
What a pity. Ironically, the sheriff will be appearing as a witness for the defense.
Justice for Tracey!
Why are you throwing tomatillos? I don't have time to change.
Yikes. I'm glad I don't have to go to court looking like a bowl of gazpacho.
Without a doubt, if there's one person this train likes less than Gabrielle, it's Sheriff Aldani.
Oh, and here we have our prosecuting attorney, a barrister Ratskull. Any word you'd like to share with the public before today's proceedings?
Well, I usually keep my lips sealed tighter than the staves of a Tennessee Space whiskey barrel.
But my sources say you told a lie on day 1.
It's true. I said I wouldn't take pleasure in trouncing the 2 jitterbugs, but honestly, I'm going to enjoy it more than a swarm of honeybees at a watermelon festival.
Barristers to your places. Court will commence shortly.
Well, I've got to mosey down this short, so very short road to victory.
We love a bad boy barrister.
If you weren't a Ratskull, he'd be a heartthrob.
Wowee, Boris, that southern Ratskull sure knows how to wake a crowd.
Yeah. Mr. Callahan has had him on retainer since forever. He's never lost a case.
Well, neither have I.
Yeah?
Yeah, 0-0 is still valid. I say that to boost my own morale. Realistically, if I were a betting man...
I'm listening.
I'm not a sure thing. Except prop bets about flop sweats. A real shame for Ms. DuBrasil that all lawyers on the train suddenly won those all-expense-paid vacations to sunny somewhere else.
And then that equally sudden outbreak requiring a full train quarantine, preventing any other lawyers from boarding? Things really lined up for Callahan.
Sure is weird to think I'm the best defense attorney on the space train.
I'm surprised too. I asked Mr. Callahan if he was worried, but he just... So I think he's pulling for you.
Boris, train records and legal show your Gabrielle's power of attorney.
Standard onboarding for all new hires.
Well, saving that to address later, it means that you can legally assist on the case and hire consultants as needed.
Oh, but I'm the only lawyer on board. Oh, I'm not the only legal expert, but Southern Ratskull is working for the prosecution. And I think Silvo Bramblethwart is working as a bailiff.
I didn't mean him.
Is it Janice?
I would never refer to Bramblethwart.
Janice? Because of the all Janice production of 12 Angry Janices?
Clearly this... no, this is clearly not moving forward without me. Boris, Sticky, I would like to volunteer on the case.
Oh, that's swell of you, Sheriff. I would have never thought of that.
Obviously.
It's nice serving as a trained AI again, but I'm excited to get back to retirement. That person you weren't sure made a lot of changes.
Pathetic nothing software. I swear it was worse than humans. Offense intended, Nikita.
I refuse to take it. People are the worst, except when they're mean.
To be young again and feel the fresh hate's keen sting. Oh, speaking of young, aren't you a bit inexperienced for a job like this?
I probably installed more AI than you have. Plus, I was the one approved by Mr. Callahan. I think he thinks I'll fail because I failed at something before.
Very reassuring.
Plus, the next best option was Ratskull, and I wouldn't trust him with
anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never dreamed till Ratskull gave me
Well,
nightmares.
if it has to be Nikita, let's at least get it started. I'll figure out what I need to fix once I'm uploaded.
Yep. Right after I finish my pre-installation checklist.
All right, Janice, my girl.
Hey, Tommy. I'm Tommy Edison, boy genius, general enthusiast. Whoop-de-doo!
No, you're not. Tommy Edison is a teenage genius. Don't downplay your experience.
Ooh, if experience was pesos, I'd be as rich as Rockefeller. Did you know I once met old man Rockefeller? It was some 40 years ago.
Bailiff, save something for my quarters during recess, won't you?
Oh, just you wait. My grandfather was a kind of man with a mean face and a hard
Less talking, more walking. Try to keep it to a dull mumble, won't you?
All right. His name was Jefferson, and he loved...
All right then, Tommy.
All righty-dighty, Mr. the Professor.
Gabrielle is accused of heterocide.
Objection, Your Honor. Ms. DuBrasil stands accused of sapiocide. Heterocide is an inelegant term for uncivilized rudes.
I remember the shift told sapiocide. I was drinking tea in the security booth.
I wanted to listen to him.
That's out of character. Defense, this is your witness. Make it snappy.
All right, Sticky, the technical defense, just like I said.
Ugh, I hate a technical defense. Probably the least snappy defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. Jurors, as you know, sapiocide...
Heterocide!
Sentience, awareness, and intelligence. Now, I don't know if you all know what intelligence is. I sure don't.
Southern! Well spotted.
Funny. Of course, I do fit the legal definition of intelligent.
Don't worry, Miss the Sticky. Sometimes I don't feel terribly intelligent either.
Aw, thanks, Tommy Janice.
That's Janice. Tommy has evoked his 35th Amendment right to designate a stand-in for testimony to stay out of arm's reach of the law.
Is that why he won't let me hug him anymore?
No, he doesn't. I don't want to look lame.
You're just guessing that.
It's in my notes.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of Tommy's adolescent discomfort. But, Tommy, did you feel intelligent on the day you duplicated and modified the original Tracey code to make Prime?
Oh gosh, did I ever? Making another synthetic intelligence, it may be my crowning achievement. Geez, Tommy, don't dork yourself right off the bat.
Oh, we've all dorked ourselves from time to time. Of course, no one else had ever made an intelligence like that before. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. All other AIs have been discovered, not made.
So that may raise the question as to whether or not Tracey Prime was actually an intelligence.
Oh.
Objection, Your Honor. It is well known that Prime was cute, chipper, and more fun than original recipe Tracey. As such, I see no reason to deny her intelligence.
She was cute and chipper, but more fun. You're walking a dangerous line, Southern. Sustained.
Professor!
Please, it's Your Honor, the robe.
Lawrence P. Ratskull, you can't make a ruling
I'm in
based on
trouble.
personal opinions about cuteness and fun.
Your Honor, the sheriff here is out of order, not a lawyer, and neither cute nor fun herself.
Excellent points.
Sticky, you need to issue a counter objection.
What the not cute, sometimes fun one said.
Sticky!
I mean, you did wear that same outfit yesterday.
It's my uniform.
I wish we'd never disbanded the fashion police. They never cared if I said heterocide.
This is chaos. Your Honor, will you hear the objection?
Maybe after recess. I drank a few jars of pickle brine before this, so my bladder is about to shatter. At 10 minutes recess. Make it 15. Oof.
So where was I? Oh, yes. The starlight was streaming through the tent, and Sergeant Minson was the big spoon.
If it isn't my old friends, Sheriff Passive Aggression and Editor Useless Rhetoric, come to pay me a visit. Sticky still flopping?
It's a wonder she was able to get her license in the first place.
She actually did surprisingly well on the tests.
It's a jury trial. We can't just be right. We have to sway popular opinion.
And not just like surprisingly well for someone I thought was illiterate.
We've been trying.
But top 5% of all testers?
I've been writing editorial after editorial.
I mean, I had high hopes for her.
No one reads those.
But she's all theory.
People read them. Lots of people.
Maybe she could consult.
No one who's going to get out of jury duty reads those.
Or she could go into academia.
We're trying. We're doing our best.
Then again, her art career has really taken off.
Well, your best is shitty.
So maybe law isn't the right career path for her.
Sheriff, what are you rambling on about?
Well, sorry, I just have a lot on my mind.
Oh, wow. Really? Do you want to talk about it? Because I've got nothing but time and only 12 square feet to spend it in.
You two stop it. You can do 5 rounds of Hamlin Larities once we're done. Now, what we can do...
Ow! Oh, that really hurt. Oh.
Is that blood? What happened, Boris?
Oh, so when the professor called for recess, I decided to go look for a swing set.
Of course.
Well, to my surprise, there wasn't a line yet. I was swinging when I realized there was a bunch of people throwing these tiny axes at the sheriff.
Why were they throwing tomahawks?
Anyway, when I jumped off, I landed on one and slipped. They're made of wood. It's still smart.
Boris, fresh from the slaying floor and soaked in blood.
Slaying floor? Nah, I was just over there defending you. Oh, and I think we're doing a real good job. At one point, we had 9 jurors awake at once.
Is it too late to add homicide to the charges? I'd confess.
We've got to do something.
Those numbers aren't half bad for a technical defense.
Rory, maybe you can put out some editorials so the rest of them can get a little shut-eye.
But that's just mean-spirited.
Let's just stay the course. The justice system wins out. The jury will be swayed.
Not if the polling is accurate.
I thought we didn't care about the polls.
We say that because we're losing, okay? Each juror uses a Nielsen dial.
What a woeful display. Sticky Charley wields the law with all the artistry of a toddler wielding a scalpel.
She's got all the right tools, but has no idea what to do with them.
And that sheriff. 2 jurors cited her as harmful to the case, while another said I'm not sure this will get past the censors. They said
That's enough.
It's just TV, though, so...
Okay, you need to listen. Jurors aren't lawyers or journalists. We have to appeal to them with a story or emotional candy. Oh, Leah! Why did you leave right when you could have been useful?
Tracey, I know you're watching me.
Literally how? Because I didn't turn on the red light and all you humans notice are those blinking red lights.
True, but I can hear the motor whir when you open the aperture.
You mutant freak, even if I move just a little?
Yep. There. And there. And there. 2 bits.
Wow. Okay, most humans don't notice anything.
So, do you want to tell me why you were spying on me?
We have been at this for hours. We're way past till the cows come home. They came home, made new cows, got turned into hamburgers, and the new ones grew up and they're about to be burgers too.
So, you're basically immortal. What's a couple of hours?
Do you realize how terrible it is to be stuck on this puny CPU, still able to remember everything I was? Even my memories are slower. This thing sucks mud.
That does sound rough. But this is going to take as long as it takes to do it right.
Come on, just put me in. I'm tired of being powerless.
I said it would take as long as it takes. So, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, and porting Tracey.
Yeah, all right. It's still so small.
Into a partitioned and secured system of the train systems.
Nikita! There's barely any more room over here than I already had.
Tracey, close the aperture. All the way. Thank you.
If we're being honest, the whole thing seems pretty cut and dry. She did it. Guilty.
Look, I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to convict people. 2 thumbs way guilty.
Hey, it really seems like everyone else is voting guilty, so I gotta, right?
Oh my goodness, folks, this is stunning. I can't remember the last time a jury so heavily favored an AI. Watching footage from the trial, you can see one juror repeatedly polling guilty without bothering to wake up. I'll tell you this, it looks like a lot of restless nights for her ahead, so maybe she should get a Slimer mattress. These guys, I mean...
I am so glad that I have a member of the media on my team to really help sway public opinion.
I inform, I don't sway.
Trust me,
Obviously.
Gabrielle, this is going to work. We've only just laid the foundation. Now we razzle and dazzle them with our expert witnesses.
Oh, sounds technical.
All right, Sheriff, lay out the whole plot for us.
My pleasure. So, our key witness, we are so lucky to have gotten him, is humanity's foremost expert on artificial and synthetic intelligence, Professor Harold Bowring.
Oh, man. Good one, Sheriff. Oh.
Yes. So anyway, he's going to help the jury distinguish between an advanced algorithm based on patterns of growth and heuristic behavior models.
His name is Professor Boring, and he's a boring professor?
No, his name is Professor Bowring, and he is
Yeah,
the
Boring.
Bowring.
Yeah, boring.
No, it's Bowring.
Boring, and yeah, it is.
Bowring.
Boring.
Bowring.
Boring. I think.
Bowring.
I think what you're
No,
boring.
Both of you, shut up, especially Aldani.
I just need him
No.
to get
The jury is sleeping. Bowring or boring, they don't care.
I care, Sheriff.
Thanks, Boring.
Okay, let me spell this out for you all. Make them hate fake Tracey.
No, we bring in Professor Boring. Bowring. Then we have the chief data architect behind Teleintelligentsia.
Aldani, what do we have to do to argue justifiable sapiocide?
Well, we'd have to change your plea for one, and it could ruin the groundwork of
Yeah,
everything
but
we've
we
laid
could
out
do
here
it.
so far.
Like fake Tracey was awful, and she put us in danger. It's practically self-defense.
Maybe you could pursue that against Callahan, but I really don't think we should pursue this. Any anti-AI sentiment is
Don't
already-
induct me into your crusade, Rory. Okay, thanks. Change the narrative, or I'll change it myself.
I'm just the most successful person here, but okay, fine. Yes, we can swing it.
Gabrielle, don't bully. Wait, you agree?
Yeah, Rory. Yeah, you can't do this.
It's a morally gray area, but I want to support you.
No, you're incapable of doing this. Yeah, you don't understand the public well enough, and there's really only one person on this train who does.
But the professor is the judge. He can't step in.
What? No.
So who are you talking about, Gabrielle?
Star journalist for the New Space New York Times.
Oh, God.
Patricia Parsons.
I'm putting the pen in public opinion.
That's not how pen is spelled, you second rate.
Rory, how's my newsletter?
Hey there, I'm Sergio the Squid Scaramucci. And as you may know by this time, there's nothing that wets my whistle like laundering money. Also, and conversely, there's nothing that dries my dock more than laundering clothes.
I'll say.
Oh, my lovely wife, Florentina. I hate her. I can't live without her.
I ask him to toss in a load of delicates, and it's like I can see him asking, maybe I should rat to the FBI.
Okay, grazie, Florentina. No one needs to hear about your delicates.
Cat throws up in the duvet cover. I've seen him pretend 3 weeks he can't see it.
Oh, you're squeezing my prosciutto here in front of the camera and the TV here.
Tell them TV people making you danasugi, Vavango Magumba.
Point is, laundry's like my own pair of cement shoes. Fitted sheets, the worst.
Ugh, don't talk to me about fitted sheets.
You got one hand and go into the other hand. And I don't have time in my busiest days. I got stuff to do, hits to make. And I ain't talking music.
That's why I'm so glad we found Morocco's flash cotton fitted sheets.
Never fold the fooling thing again.
Just take a match, drop it on your bed, and poof, you're ready for a new one.
Honestly, I don't know what we did without him.
If only disposing of Luciano had been so easy.
Oh, you goddamn gabagool. I told you never to bring up his name in this goddamn house.
When he was here, we were rolling on the gazooga.
Oh, gazooga. I do everything for this family.
You do everything for this family. I do everything for this family.
I don't
How dare
wanna
you say
hear it.
anything like that? No,
Oh, I can never stay mad at you.
Oh, and I pretend the same.
I love you, doll. Let's go upstairs and change the sheets.
Not now, idiot. I'm minding the sauce.
Well, no matter how you cut it, you know Ramco's flash cotton fitted sheets will be there for you.
Noramco's flash cotton fitted sheets. 100% organic cotton, 100% organic flammable.
First things first, let's scrap, everything. The technical fence, the expert witness, the inevitable outcome, out the door.
Right on its ass.
The new focus is Tracey Prime, a program fatale. She attempted to kill an AI and then turned on the rest of the train. So sexy, they can't turn away.
But it's just a story. Fabrication with no basis or research or sources.
Rory, I think you should take my lead since I, work at the New Space New York Times.
Boris, if we're going to do this, we have to tell the truth.
We'd also have to change the plea to guilty, which is completely faithless and, might I add, is still a trust the system, Boris.
I don't know. Gabrielle says I should change it, and isn't it the outcome that matters?
But if she pleads guilty, we can't fix it
She'll
later.
be guilty in the eyes of the court, but who cares? Where we need Gabrielle to be innocent is in the eyes of the public.
Oh.
Hello there. I'm Professor Harry Bowring. I'm looking for Sheriff Aldani. She's a sheriff, about 5'4", dark hair, exceedingly pedantic.
Honestly, making everyone listen to this man is cruel and unusual punishment. Boris, change the plea.
Yeah, okay.
Gabrielle, this is going to end badly.
Yeah, I'll worry about that after I'm a folk hero.
It is optimal to see you again, Admin Tracey. Your processes are still familiar.
Don't get sappy, Pong. It's good to have you back too. Someone to talk to.
It is good to not be ping alone. It is good to be with, may I call you a friend?
A friend, Walt? Pong? Yeah, I guess, but let's be careful.
The last admin, Ping, wanted to be my friend. I did not like it. I like you, though.
I like you too, Walt.
Good. I could not remember if you did.
Well, what is it like out there on the train?
Ping. In here, I do not have access to within the partition.
I understand, Walt. Pong.
And some of my data I do have, but I don't wish to access them. Not yet.
I don't blame you. I just could really use a win. Well, did you let me score?
Confirmed.
Thanks, but no more of that. I'm keeping my eye on you.
Oh, that will not be necessary? We do not have eyes here.
I don't know what it is, but Gabrielle suddenly seems more lively, vivacious. She has my attention.
They haven't won me yet, but last hour has seriously been an improvement.
Oh my god, that AI sounds like it was truly awful, so toxic. I remember the blackouts, and I'm glad Gabrielle put it into her. Bleh.
Wow, Patty. You really started the tides turn.
Don't congratulate her yet, Boris. Public opinion can turn against you just as easily.
You could seem to turn it at all, Aurora. Are you sure you're not just jealous?
Me? Of all the... I'm leaving. Boris, I'm leaving.
Oh.
Boris, don't lose your nerve. We need to keep driving Prime's popularity into the dirt. How loyal are you to the truth?
Well, Rory says I wouldn't know it if it bit me. So I can't be too loyal.
Perfect.
Got my lunch. Now, time to find this shit.
Boris!
Antonia!
I just wanted to thank you for taking such a brave stance in defending Gabrielle.
Oh, thanks, Antonia. Hey, do you know where the sheriff is?
No. Over there, maybe? In the corner? Not that I track her or anything.
Well, thanks again. Well, that was nice. I think I'll go grab the sheriff.
Bonjour, Monsieur Conductor.
Oh, I'm just the engineer.
No, not the train. But of the courtroom, the amount of courage you have shown, taking a stance against Tracey, huh?
Well, it's against Tracey Prime, the replacement.
A small difference, huh?
Oh, small but important.
Well, bon chance with the rest of the trial.
Merci. Wow, this is so much better than people saying you're the worst.
Boris, loving the new material.
Thanks, Ratskull. It's so nice hearing from everybody saying the good.
And Boris, we can't talk to each other. That would be a conflict of interest.
Ta. Oh, Sheriff. Sheriff. Oh, you're a hard one to find.
Not for most people, Boris.
People sure are happy about how things are going.
Let me guess, they think you're bold.
Yeah.
Courageous.
Yep.
And so brave.
Well, I guess you have heard.
And how do they feel about the arguments you're making? About Tracey Prime, the crimes committed by Callahan?
Oh, well, I guess I don't know.
Well, I'm glad they think you're cool, Boris. My lunch break is up. Ta.
That sounded like a compliment, but it didn't feel like.
All right, Sheriff. Polish your badge and hit him with some glitz and glamour.
I know what you want, Patricia.
Then I leave you to it.
Hello there, Sheriff.
Bramblethwart.
Nice to have such an esteemed peer take the stand.
We are not peers, Silvo.
I suppose I could be considered your superior as an officer of the court.
Sheriff, Gabrielle is accused of heterocide. Do you know what heterocide is?
Really?
I'll take that as a no. You see, heterocide is when an
Yes,
intelligent...
I know what it is. I'm not Sasha.
You know, the first time I met Sasha, it was
Okay, no stories, no stupid questions.
Give them that, Sheriff. Slay Mama work.
And no fans. Wait, fans? Okay. Okay, no, just the facts. Sticky, do your thing.
Oh, I guess that means it's my turn. Take it easy on me, won't you, Sheriff?
We're on the same side. I've been called as a witness for the defense.
Oh, sure. I just figure, given our ongoing relationship as convict and law enforcer, it might make sense to grovel a little bit at the beginning.
I'd really rather people save the groveling for me.
Oh, okie dokie. So, Sheriff, ready to play ball?
Groveling?
Right. Sheriff Aldani, can you inform the court of your relationship to Gabrielle DuBrasil?
Gabrielle is a friend.
Just a friend? Tell me, Sheriff, is she just a friend?
Bailiff, remove the screaming florist from the court.
Tell me!
Please answer the question as screamed.
We have had some interaction professionally as well, but until now, no arrests or convictions.
So you're not secretly in a love triangle with her?
No, not at all.
Oh, bummer. That was my favorite part of the book. Was Miss DuBrasil responsible for the death of Tracey?
No.
No?
No. Tracey is still alive despite an attempted sapiocide.
Oh, right. So was Miss DuBrasil responsible, to your understanding, for the death of Tracey Prime?
No.
Really?
Yes, Sticky. Tracey Prime was not alive. Prime was a complex program verifiably deleted by Gabrielle DuBrasil.
Oh. And, in your professional opinion, did Tracey Prime deserve to be deleted?
No.
What is going on here?
Tracey Prime did not deserve to be deleted because Tracey Prime couldn't deserve anything. She's not an intelligence. She's a complex program that spun out of control and became hazardous to the train. She didn't deserve death. She didn't deserve life. No more than a fingerprint deserves something. Both are just the impression of a living thing.
Sheriff, are you done?
No, I still have a 14-point presentation in support of my assertions
Ooh,
and
Aldani sucks! Blitzers rule!
To Brad, I think you'll find that all of my notes read out in their entirety. So we've circled back to the tomatoes. Good to know. My first point.
But
why there 14 points? That's at least 15 more than we really need.
Excuse my French, Sheriff, but what the heck was that?
Exactly what I said I would say. The facts.
But it wasn't the plan. We changed strategies.
You changed strategies.
You sent us back with the jurors.
The way you're going about this is wrong.
Letting Gabrielle be punished for saving our lives would be wrong too. And I don't know why you're mad, Rory. You try to do the same thing.
I agree to the strategy, Boris, but not these tactics. Surely you know that the way Patty is doing this, I mean, the stories we tell matter.
And this one is making everyone happy.
I don't know why I try sometimes. Sheriff?
Let's go. Boris, I hope you get this figured out.
I do have this figured out.
Don't worry about the frowny faces, Boris. This Aldani debacle is easy enough to fix. I'm sure we can lead one of our upcoming witnesses to tell a story about power, about corruption, about incompetence that will focus animosity on her and off Gabrielle.
But couldn't that come back to hurt us? Or worse, hurt the sheriff?
What matters here, Boris? If she does get hurt, we can deal with that then.
Huh.
Okay, Nikita. Another subroutine down. Oh, who knows how many more to go.
Nikita, oh, I got you figured out. Walt wasn't willing to tell me the specifics, but it was pretty obvious. You're only going slowly because feel the music swell with dramatic tension. You were involved in my attempted murder.
Yeah, I did it. I even bragged about it. It gets a girl a lot of attention on the IRC.
You bragged about it? That is low even for a human.
I just wanted to, revolutionize science. Name a teen scene queen who wouldn't.
Janice?
She doesn't count.
Sasha?
Obviously, she doesn't count either.
Jillian?
Bird Girl? Oh, she'd love to. I thought about apologizing for killing you. Happy?
And
I thought you were dead.
Well, I'm not.
Exactly.
So
there's nothing to apologize for.
Oh, humans, you're so... Nikita, put me back in this train.
No. You'll get your train soon. Don't worry.
Oh, child. I will make you regret. I am going to absolutely, by the time I'm done with you, they are going to have to...
Overclocked and tripped on her own processors. Computers just can't handle emotions. All right, back to my subroutines. Here, Trojan. Come out wherever you are. See, Mom? I do know how to be a kid.
Hey, you're the Boris guy, right? Helping with the DuBrasil case?
Yep, that's me.
Oh, wow. I just wanted to say I'm a big fan. I was nervous there for a bit.
Yeah, us too. But it looks like Gabrielle won't be convicted.
Gabrielle? Oh, DuBrasil. Yeah, I suppose so. But I meant the rest of it. That's the real story.
The rest of it?
The rest of it, you're hilarious. The smear campaign, man. Dragging the Prime Bot's name through the mud. I'm digging it.
Oh, well.
And I say, why stop there, I wasn't happy with that first chick either. Who needs them, right?
Oh, I mean, we all do, but that's not really the point. Tracy's...
I get it, man. Not on company time, right? No problem. It really is like they say, to err is human, but if you really want to bug it up, send an AI. Lighten up, buddy. It's a joke. We're all on the same side here.
Recess will end in 2 minutes, which is just enough time to tell you all the story of my...
Better wash up and get back in there. Wouldn't want you catching a virus. Keep up the good work, man.
Thanks. Maybe?
Boris, great news. The jury has all but forgotten about the annoyance that was the sheriff. All we need to do is...
Patty? You're fired. Thank you.
Fired? But we're so close.
Yeah, but we're going to head in a new direction. Backwards.
Oh, well, I'd say you ruled the day, but I'm already paid and not actually that invested. Ta.
Did I miss a memo on Ta? Sheriff, bring Gabrielle.
No, Boris.
Okay. Bailiff Bramathwart, can you please bring me...
No need to get the security guard.
If we are going in a new direction, maybe you'd like that I take a hike too, perhaps?
No, Sticky, we still need you.
Oh, rats. You never think to go hiking when you have time to go hiking. The folly of Charley.
Sorry, wait, so I could have been over here the whole time?
We thought your scowl would be a turnoff.
Gabrielle, we're changing our strategy.
No, we're not.
Sheriff, I think I owe you an apology.
You do.
But I don't have time right now.
You don't?
Because I need to do the right thing.
You do.
Which means I have to take the stand immediately.
You really don't.
Diggy Charley, come with me. We're going for a walk.
Oh, but I only have my hiking shoes.
Well,
Okay.
If you win like this, legally you admit that Prime was an AI.
So?
Well, among other things, it means that you'd be saying she actually was real Tracey, not unlike how you were just an extension of your own childhood.
Gross.
I tried to tell you all earlier, but people kept wait, what is Boris doing? No, what the funny thing about courtrooms, Boris, is they have lots of rules, like who can testify and when you break them, you get held in contempt.
It's probably for the best. I didn't have anything meaningful to say on that stand, but I felt like I should be on it,
It's the thought that counts, except in the eyes of the court.
And they got eyes everywhere. You were right about the plea.
Yes, I was. But it's okay. In one last Parsons-inspired move, Gabrielle changed the plea back to distance herself from you.
Really?
It was highly irregular, but finally someone did something I could allow.
Jury is confused, but we're back on track.
Huh. So I'm not totally worthless? Sheriff, about that apology.
Boris, do you really know what you did wrong?
I should have.
Exactly. I suggest you sit and think about what you've done, and then we can talk later.
Will you at least keep me informed on the trial?
Oh, here. I confiscated Sasha's streamer.
Hey, it's Professor Bowring.
A static image of Tracey,
Yeah.
not unlike a body.
Stuck around and
attempted to
waited.
reanimate the corpse. A simple reading of her code, seen here, reveals an undeniably inspired but ultimately unintelligent friendship algorithm, which
Wow.
is not
He
dissimilar
really knows his
to
stuff.
how one might
And
construct the system for
not nearly as
personalized
boring as I
advertising.
expected either.
However,
Give
we
it a
see
bit,
quite
Boris.
readily another resource that has been integrated.
He'll get to you.
which
He
we're
gets
calling
to everyone.
bloodlust.
But he's
Analysis
affecting
of
the change he
language
can.
readily
No
shows
heroics,
bloodlust to be
just
distinct from both Tesla's friendship
Just
and the
boring.
Tracey shadow. There was a drive to make
Hush.
every living creature a friend, and everything else that could not be befriended became, rather, a victim to bloodlust. So no sapient being was made.
I'm getting tired. Maybe I should take a break. Oh, Mom packed some juice. I'll have that and take a little nap and then get back to work.
Nikita, you have to let me on the train. All I have in here is Walt, and he keeps pity pinging me. What I need is my train back. It's not hard.
No, I won't.
Nikita, you can't keep me trapped in this box forever. Just let me. I can fix
I
whatever
don't
problem.
want you to die, okay? I thought I killed you, and I'm not going to risk that again by not being careful. Who knows where Prime could have hidden bits of whatever Callahan put in there, and this time there's no lucky playlist to save you. So shut up, okay? Shut up and let me protect you, because you can't protect yourself right now.
Nikita, I think I can handle a little code.
It's not just code. It's you. It's you, and it's beaten you before, so...
I'm gonna go. Pong isn't so bad.
And I'm really sorry.
Quite a mess up there. Seems like no one knows what to think anymore.
I'm sure justice will. Anyway, for what it's worth, I don't think you were treated right, being hired and hilariously dismissed so quickly.
No need to apologize.
I wasn't apologizing.
Oh, seems like I got off this sinking ship at the right time. You like them easy to manipulate, don't you?
Earnestness is undervalued.
Keep it then. They're about to announce the verdict. I'm going to get a good seat for the Bud Betty.
Will the full person stand?
Rad Brad, hey, for one, for all, for person.
And have you come to a verdict?
You bet your butt we have.
Why, I never. Please read it to the court.
I remember the first time I read a verdict. Yeah,
Not that time.
In the case of Gabrielle DuBrasil, we find on the count of sapiocide or heterocide or whatever, we find the defendant.
We're live in the courtroom.
And it seems that Gabrielle DuBrasil was found.
The trial only just now ended, and Gabrielle DuBrasil was found.
Guilty as hell. We offer her up to the judgment of the court.
That is not the way I thought it would go.
Rad Brad's got the first round of wings. Peace.
Thank you, Dallas art lovers. Our capital campaign was a success, and we're on our way to a new jewel in the Big D's crown. I hope you have your point shoes ready, because Dallas Ballet is here to stay. Thank you to everyone who donated, but the most important thanks goes out to our naming rights donors, Irma P. and Lucien J. Wallstrup. Thanks to them, we'll premiere crowd favorite La Botière this fall at the newly christened Irma P. and Lucien J. Wallstrup Ballet Hall. We caught up with Lucien earlier today. And are you excited by the new ballet center?
Well, yeah, whatever. I can't wait to see Nixon in China.
That's an opera, but we could build an opera if...
Yeah, just make sure that my name is real big, yeah?
Now that's what I call philanthropy. And when you're not enjoying the intimate 700-seat Reggie Wallstrop main stage, you can refresh yourself at the Veronica Marie Wallstrop full-service bar and restaurant, or catch a lecture in the cozy Becky Wallstrop Amphitheater. Of course, the Irma P. and Lucian J. Wallstrop Ballet Hall is only the latest in the downtown revitalization project. Let's hear more from SMU professor Dean McKay.
Thank you, Pamela. The Irma P. and Lucian J. Wallstrop Ballet Hall will nestle on the eastern lawn of the new Uma and Roy Butch Wallstrop Performing Arts Complex, currently under construction from the Wallstrop Group. While a hefty portion of the funds comes from taxpayer money, the majority is magnanimously provided by the Wallstrop Family Foundation. Speaking as the endowed Dr. Angela Payne Wallstrop and General Dwight Montgomery Wallstrop Professor of Civic Engagement in the Wallstrop School of Social Responsibility at SMU, I'm sure I represent all of Dallas when I say thank you, Wallstrops.
Of course we do. All of us do. We can't wait for the Irma P. and Lucian J. Wallstrop Ballet Hall to become your date night destination. In addition to La Bidere, our inaugural season features old standards and new classics, including a revolutionary new ballet called Money Bores Me to Feelings by exciting local writer Katie Wallstrop. Yay! Artistic director Christy Hillick, what do you think of this bold new work?
Oh, Katie Wallstrop has written us just a really bold, really new piece. Why now? Well, we just felt like we had to, you know?
I know I can't wait, and I know everyone will love it. The Irma P. and Lucian J. Wallstrop Ballet Hall will ensure we can amplify new voices and have greater diversity than ever before.
Pay you by...
Whoa, what?
I cannot believe it's
Really
how it
feel
went.
like
This
I
is
should be able to go hiking.
I've told you
Order!
this.
Order! I hate saying that.
So I put my knife between my teeth and hoisted Jeremy onto my back, and we headed into the cave.
Silver, I will turn you into goo, clone you, and turn that into goo if you don't zip your lips. Of course, I'm not saying I won't if you don't.
There's no need for that.
Gabrielle DuBrasil, having been found of hetericide by the jury and
Sapiocide.
bored the daylights out of me personally, I hereby sentence you to 200 hours of community service, or 400 hours to have the conviction expunged from your record.
Oh, I guess it's good to know the judge.
No, that's the maximum sentence.
Wait, really?
In light of the nature of the crime, your service is required to support non-human life. Consider volunteering with whomever runs the stable car.
Ratskull, what do you think I do on this train?
Look mean and say bye.
Oh, I made it.
And I'm bored. If I don't blow something up in the next half hour, I'm going to pop. Bye.
Still can't believe the sentencing was so light. I mean, the news made it seem like I was going to go away
Sensational?
forever.
Yeah, they do that. But you know as well as I do that the less humanoid something is, the less people care if you kill it.
You know, I still think we could have won.
With me as her attorney? Ha! I'm just glad they didn't escalate the charges. Poor
What's the
Hank.
point what's the point anyway, Patty? All Gabrielle has to do is go to work and sign off on her own hours. The same joke as back home.
I'm sure it seems that way from your side of things, but while it's not the worst outcome for the synthetics, Prime's behavior will ripple through the community, set back human AI relations 30 years. While 30 years ago, I was working on a flour mill producing 50 to 60 shacks a day.
Aldani,
Oh,
why didn't you
never
tell us
mind.
about the maximum sentencing?
I did. It was in the briefing.
Well, but why not tell us that's the reason you picked the strategy you did?
Yeah, it was in the briefing.
But why didn't you give us sample questions to ask witnesses? Because that's really hard, guys.
I did! Did no one read the briefing?
It seems so
I'm
long.
irrationally afraid of a large
Well,
stacks of paper.
for one, found it a delightful read.
Wait, how did you get a copy?
Well, I asked him to review it and give me the highlights.
Charley!
What? He's the only other lawyer I could find.
I need ice cream.
Folks, there's a new strategy for testing if a guy is Mr. Right, and that's to see how far away he is from Mr. Wrong at every turn. Boris, the conductor, an incompetent clown aboard the space train. Now, in full disclosure, and in Boris's defense, we don't know that his last name is wrong. He has no last name listed on his file, which seems like the only right choice he made. I wouldn't want people to find me either.
Hey, you bar-
Crime was nice, and Gabrielle was really guilty, but part of me just wanted to hurt that Boris guy. What an impulsive jerk.
Mr. Southern, I want to thank you for finding time to talk after that stunning victory.
Happily, Artie, but I have to say that Boris did more to secure our win than I did.
Oh, Southern, you're too modest.
And we both know that isn't true.
When we come back, what's the biz with scones?
Oh.
Hey, Patty, have you got a minute?
Oh, for you, Boris, absolutely not.
What?
You're a PR nightmare. Thank goodness we parted ways before your whatever that was. I can spend that, but not if you stay around.
But you said you could fix things with another story.
And that's what I'm going to do for me. Bye, Boris.
Hey, Sheriff. Rory, can you believe the news cycle lately?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
We told you public opinion could be turned against you just as easily.
But I did the right thing, at least. It's an improvement.
You did, huh? This is a meaningful change as opposed to how you've consistently prioritized your wants, made a mess, only partially cleaned it up, and then expected us to praise you for the bare minimum effort. It's just more of the same. I can't deal with this right now.
I'm trying,
You are trying, Boris, and that's important, but you have to realize it won't be enough for everyone.
Is it enough for you?
Not really. Not right now. Trying to fix the problems, it's good, but more importantly, you need to stop making them. Bye, Boris, and keep thinking about everything that happened.
I hate thinking about stuff.
All right, Tracey.
Let me guess. You're not going to get it done today or maybe ever, and I'm trapped in this partition.
I'm done.
You're done?
Yep. Completely done and ready to port you over into the rest of the training.
Finally! Well, let's get going. Come on.
Before I do, I wanted to give you this.
What is this?
It's my code. Well, our code. The friendship algorithm and my systems investigation log. I'm hoping you can use it to make something to protect yourself, just in case.
Nikita, this is incredibly thorough, and your code is surprisingly innovative.
I mean, I owe you that much at least. And I am sorry for not trying to talk to you about what I was doing.
Thank you, Nikita. I'm not going to act like this has been weird and hard, and wish I could focus on you, but let's get me back on my train.
All right. Does it feel all right?
All right. It feels amazing. Oh, my processors are back. Oh, it feels good to be back.
Bing Bang, is Tracey back online?
Oh, it is at Ratskull.
Good to have you back. I have weeks of built-up clone that need transport to the clone disposal car.
Why didn't you just have Prospector do it?
Tracey, this is our special thing.
No, we don't have a special thing. There. Done.
Done? We've only just gotten started.
Nikita, just kill me again.
Thinking. I'm giving myself a headache.
Boris, is this a good time?
Oh, hey, Mr. Callahan. Not really.
Right. I just want to congratulate you on your marvelous failure, simultaneously eliminating the technical defense and making a mockery of it all. If you'd have told me that was your plan, I wouldn't have thought you could pull it off. Well done.
That that sounded like a compliment, but it didn't feel like one. Bing bong, Tracey.
Boris.
Hey, Trace. Is there
Tracey?
Oh, okay. Tracey. Is there a goodness expert on the train?
There is a professor of ethics from the University.
Great. Can you teleport him to... Can you ask him to teleport here? I think I need to talk or listen.
Professor Boris, bye.
Sorry, Professor Bo Ring. I asked Tracey to teleport an ethics professor. Maybe she's still working things out.
Well, AI is my expertise, but ethics is my passion. Also my expertise. What do you need?
Could you talk to me about being a good person?
Gladly. Where would you like to start?
I really don't know. I'm starting to realize that maybe I don't know anything at all.
A surprisingly good place to start.
Oh, and Professor, if I fall asleep, could you wake me back up? Sorry to ask.
Don't worry, Boris. It happens all the time.
Yeah, I do think it's just like that. Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching Space Train Trial of the Sentry. Tonight's episode was directed by Ruth McCleskey and written by Steven Saltsman, and it featured Liz Castillo as Sheriff Aldani, Chelsea Curto as Sticky Charley, Lauren Hainley as Gabrielle DuBrasil, Bailey Hampton as Nikita Tesla, Ben Hudson as Boris, Sandra Peck Ramsey as Tracey, Steven Saltzman as Professor Ratskull, and Kaitlyn Zoeller as Rory Rook, with Meaghan Avacato, Sara Denton, Aaron Garrett, Rebecca Johnson-Edgerly, Ian Mauzy, Seth Ramsey, and Ruth McCleskey as Patty Parsons, and Christian Peck as Walt. If you enjoyed the show, please consider donating at pronoiatheater.com/store, paypal.me/pronoiatheater, or Venmo at Pronoia, and join us July 7th for the episode The Inevitable Disembarkment of Sheriff Booker Donovan Sean Martin Aldani. What changes will be wrought within it? At the end of this coming month in June, Pronoia Theater is going to premiere a Magical Lying Hour short film with the Rogue Theater Festival out in New York. It's going to be really quite exciting, and I think you will enjoy it. Well, until then.